One down, folks. It's your boy C23 back on the sticks once again with another Madden 16 Draft Champions video for you guys. And this is my lineup. Of course, I forgot to record the draft for you guys, but this is what I ended up with. Now, as you can see, I got Alshon Jeffrey on the outside alongside Larry Fitzgerald as my wideouts. QB, we're running with Randall Cunningham. And I also went a little offensive line heavy in the draft, picking up 3 linemen. So hopefully that's going to work out for us in the long run. Now, my defense isn't spectacular at all, folks. Nothing came defensively my way except for D-line. So, of course, that's what I went with. I got pretty much no corners out there, so it's going to be interesting trying to defend the pass. But like I said, we'll see how that turns out. Now, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. Now, since I get the ball first, you know I want to come out here and be aggressive. But my first pass of the game, I make the worst read ever and throw it right into coverage for an easy pick for my opponent. And he's set up with perfect field position after that. On the second play of his drive, we bring a little bit of heat and we get home, but we don't get the sack, bringing up a 3rd and 6. He drops back looking downfield and has a man running wide open to the sideline. And that's a pretty early indication of what the game's going to be like without having any DBs on the field. But anyways, on 1st and 10, he goes back to the ground game, handing it off to Marshall Faulk, who picks up about 5 on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 4. Then he comes out 2nd and 4, dumping it off to his tight end. And he manages to pick up the first. So on 1st and goal, he comes out play action, looking downfield, but we're right there for the sack. We bring a little bit of heat off the edge, bringing up a 2nd and goal. He drops back and has a man wide open. Again, I didn't get any DBs in the draft. None fell my way, so I'm paying for it, folks. And this is just how it's going to be with this squad. So on my second possession, I come out and throw a dart to Alshon Jeffrey for a nice 13-yard connection. And then on 1st and 10, I throw a strike to Larry Fitzgerald right in the zone. That was a pretty accurate pass by Cunningham. He threw it right in traffic. So I try to go back to the well once again, but this time Larry Fitzgerald has the pass broken up and we stall out on the drive. So we have to punt it away, and that's a pretty horrible way to start the game. A turnover on the first drive, a 3 and out on our second drive. We got to step our game up on the offensive side of the ball. So on defense coming out, of course, I'm sending heat again off the edge. He loses 8 on the play. So on 2nd and 18, he drops back, has all day to throw, and finds a wide open receiver running through my zone and gets all that yardage back and some. Then on 1st and 10, he goes play action and has another wide receiver wide open. Actually, that's his tight end. But again, he's wide open, picking up big chunks of yards downfield. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us. We got to figure out a way to stop the pass without any quality DBs on the field. And the only way to do that is by bringing pressure like we do on his 3rd and 5 and forcing them into a mistake. We got to force him to get rid of the ball. But he still ends up getting 3 on the play, so now we're down 10. And we got a bit of a mountain to climb here. We're struggling offensively, so I try to get the ball in the hands of my playmakers, throwing a dart to Alshon Jeffrey for a nice pickup, moving the chains. A couple downs later on 3rd and 10, nobody is covering Randall. He has all kinds of running room in front of him, so he makes a guy miss and picks up a nice chunk of yardage in the open field. Next play, I put Cunningham in the gun, look downfield, have a wide open tight end. He was just running wide open down the seam, so I had to get it to him. And that sets up a 2nd and goal situation where I just hand the ball off for a score. So we finally get on the board, but we need to get stops to force him into making a mistake. So on 1st and 10, he tries to thread the needle, but we're right there to make the interception on the play. And I managed to get a pretty nice return after the interception. So without much time left before the half, I just want to get a little bit closer for a field goal try. So I hit Miller with a quick pass up the seam, and he gets tackled at about the 11, which makes for a pretty easy field goal. So now we're tied going into halftime. But I'm still concerned about my weak secondary. There's no way that we can disguise that. And my opponent knows it, because in the second half, that's exactly where he's attacking. Again, his tight end is running wide open through the second level, and he picks up a huge gain. Bringing up a 2nd and 10, he goes option read, and he's just pretty much gone. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. That was just a perfect play call for my defense that I was in. So credit to my opponent. So now I got to come back and respond. We can't keep trading points like this. Eventually, at some point, we're going to have to get some stops. But I start my drive with a nice toss to Robinson for a nice gain. Bringing up a 1st and 10, I drop back with Cunningham. He has a man deep, takes a shot. Alshon goes up and gets it in traffic, makes the grab and gets us some extra yardage to put us in 1st and goal. But on this drive, my red zone play calling sucks as I take a sack on 2nd and goal, backing us up a good 8 yards on the play. So it brings up a 3rd and goal situation. And what do? Make another terrible read and throw a pick in the red zone. And those are probably the worst interceptions you can throw. So how does my opponent take advantage of the new possession? By handing the ball off to Marshall Faulk, who bounces off of 2 defenders like a pinball and takes it all the way to the house. I don't know how he pulled that play off, but that Marshall Faulk card might be something special. I never played with it, but man, that was a crazy play. So now I got to respond. I'm down 14 points. So I come out, I'm looking to take a shot deep, going up top to Larry FITZGERALD, who makes the play with 2 defenders on him, setting us up outside the 20. Then a quick pass over to Alshon near the sideline sets us up with 1st and goal. And we must get 7 on this drive. So I fire a pass over to Larry FITZGERALD, who walks in for the score untouched. So now we're down 7 with 3 minutes to play in the 4th quarter, and we need to get stops. We cannot let this man put up any more points on the board. But again, on 2nd and 10, he goes play action and connects with his tight end. Again, that guy has been wearing me out all day long. There's no answer for him. So after he picks up the 1st down, they run the toss play to Fred Jackson, but we're there to snuff that out. He then rushes everybody back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 12. So I'm thinking, okay, what did he see in my defense in the last play to make him hurry everybody back? So I'm thinking it's the same formation as before, just flip. So why not another toss play? And sure enough, there it is. And the toss play goes pretty much nowhere. He gains about 3 or 4 on the play. Bringing up a 3rd and 8. I bring some pressure, forcing him to get rid of it. The pass is broken up. So we end up getting a 3 and out that we desperately needed to have a shot to come back in this one, folks. With 1:53 in the game, I'm down 7. I have all 3 of my timeouts. It's time to go to work. I come out, go play action with Randall, and throw a strike to Alshon Jeffrey, who goes up and gets it in traffic, but it was a pretty nicely thrown ball. On 2nd and 10, I drop back with Randall, and once again, I'm going up top to Larry FITZGERALD, making the catch in traffic. Larry is a monster. On 3rd and 10, same drive, I drop back and connect with Alshon Jeffrey to pick up the 1st down and puts us in goal territory. So all we have to do is come out and run the rock for an easy touchdown score, and we're back in this game. Now, instead of going for 1 to tie it, I go for 2. I have no fear whatsoever and throw a dart to my tight end in traffic, and the 2-point conversion is good. Now we need to stop. On 1st and 10, I send a little bit of pressure. He dumps it off to his back for a 5-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 5, he drops back looking downfield, throws it into coverage. The pass is broken up. So we're looking at 3rd and 5 now. He takes the snap in the shotgun, once again looking downfield, and the pass is almost picked off. That would have ended the game. So on 4th and 5, we need 1 stop to win this. He takes the snap in the shotgun. I send the heat off the edge, and it gets home for the sack. Oh my goodness, what a way to come back. What a way to persevere and overcome a 14-point deficit in the 4th quarter to still manage to find a way to win it at the end. Yo, what a crazy game, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And there could be any number of plays that have play of the game potential, but it's got to be the catch on the deep pass to Larry FITZGERALD. He goes up and gets it in traffic. There's 3 Cowboy defenders there and still makes the play. That play really changed the momentum of the entire drive. What a crazy win. Anyways, folks, that's all the time I got in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one real soon.